Hello my motor enthusiasts. The 2024 Formula 1 season is halfway through, and what a rollercoaster it has been.
Indeed, Enzo Watts. Max Verstappen and Red Bull came out swinging with wins in 5 of the first 7 races, but it seems the tide is turning, doesn't it?
Absolutely, William. While Verstappen dominated early on, the competition has fiercely ramped up. Mercedes and McLaren are not just catching up, they're making significant strides.
Speaking of strides, Lewis Hamilton has surged back into form, claiming victories at iconic tracks like Silverstone and Spa-Francorchamps.
And let's not overlook McLaren. Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri have been on fire, especially Piastri with his maiden win at the Hungaroring.
It's thrilling to see such a tight race for the championship. Verstappen is still leading in points since Monaco, but only just, right?
Spot on. He's leading with 116 points, but Hamilton is breathing down his neck with 115, and Piastri is just a point behind him.
The Constructors' Championship is heating up too. McLaren's consistency has really paid off, closing the gap significantly with Red Bull.
It's shaping up to be an unpredictable second half of the season, with every race potentially shaking up the standings. Hello there, my motor enthusiasts. I'm Enzo, coming to you live from London, and joining me today is the ever-insightful William, hailing from Birmingham. You're tuned into our daily broadcast on F1 Motor Fever podcast.
A pleasure to be here, Enzo. And hello to everyone listening in.
Folks, if you love what we do, please subscribe to our channel, turn on those notifications, drop a comment, and don't forget to share with your friends and family. Your support keeps our engines running.
Absolutely, and today's episode is packed with excitement. You won't want to miss a second.
Indeed. You won't believe what I'm about to reveal. It's crucial, not just for any racing fan, but for anyone who appreciates a good underdog story. The championship is heating up, and the second half of the season promises twists and turns that could topple the giants. Stick around.
It's going to be a thrilling ride.
Full throttle. Looking at the form guide at the halfway mark, it's clear the season started as a one-man show with Max Verstappen taking a majority of the wins early on.
True, the sheer dominance in those first races really set the stage, but things have certainly changed. Now we've got a genuine title fight on our hands.
Exactly. After those initial wins, Verstappen's pace seems to have slowed, with only 2 more wins to his name. It's quite the shift from the unbeatable form we saw at the start.
And it's not just Verstappen feeling the heat. Red Bull themselves have seen a dip in performance. From being the dream machine to now, when 4 different teams have claimed the top spot on the podium.
That's a critical point. The competition has indeed intensified. McLaren, Ferrari, and Mercedes have all joined in, taking victories and really mixing up the standings.
It's fantastic for the sport, isn't it? Makes every race unpredictable. Verstappen and Hamilton are now tied for the most wins since Monaco, which just adds to the intrigue.
Hamilton's resurgence has been something to watch, claiming victories at Silverstone and Spa-Francorchamps. His performance really is a testament to both his skill and the improvements Mercedes has made.
Absolutely, and let's not overlook the strategic battles and the little mistakes that have had big consequences. Like Verstappen clashing with Norris in Austria, these moments have been pivotal.
It all sets us up for a heart-pumping final half of the season. Every team and driver now seems to have a shot at the title, making each race a must-watch event. Moving on to the most recent podium development since Monaco, it's remarkable how the leaderboard has shaped up. Hamilton alongside the McLaren pair, Norris and Piastri, all clocking in 4 podiums each.
Incredible consistency from them, especially considering both McLaren drivers have been pushing hard. Norris's performances have been solid with multiple second places, and let's not forget Piastri's maiden win at the Hungaroring.
That win for Piastri was a standout moment. Seeing a new face on the top step really shakes up the competition and adds an extra layer of excitement to the season.
Absolutely, and it's not just about the wins and podiums. Looking at the points since Monaco, it's a tight race at the top. Verstappen leads, but Hamilton is just a point behind, with Piastri only another point back. It's tight at the top.
It shows just how competitive this season has become. The point differences are minimal, which means any race could drastically change the standings.
Indeed, and let's talk about Mercedes' resurgence. They've scored the most wins since Monaco, clinching victories in Austria, Britain, and Belgium, though that last one had a bit of a twist with Russell's disqualification.
That disqualification was a tough break, but it underscores the level of scrutiny these teams are under. Every detail can have massive implications.
On a brighter note, with McLaren logging the most podium finishes, their car is clearly performing well across different circuits. It's a testament to the team's hard work and strategic planning.
This all sets the stage for an electrifying continuation of the championship. The teams are pushing each other to the limits, and it's the fans who get to enjoy the spectacle. What a season we're witnessing. As we edge closer to the conclusion of today's analysis, it's worth noting just how tight the competition has become in the constructors' standings. McLaren's impressive consistency has seen them close the gap significantly on Red Bull.
It's been a remarkable turnaround. McLaren have not only been finishing strong but have scored more points than any other team since Monaco. Their performance is a clear signal they are not just contenders but potential champions.
And that gap in the standings, once a comfortable lead for Red Bull, has now dwindled to just 42 points. With the momentum McLaren has, it's feasible they could overtake at the next Grand Prix in Zandvoort.
It's a thrilling prospect. The dynamics within Red Bull have also added to the suspense, haven't they? Verstappen is pulling in the points, but Perez seems to be struggling this season, which hasn't helped their cause.
Absolutely, the contrast in teammate performance at Red Bull could be pivotal in this championship race. Meanwhile, Mercedes is not sitting back either. Their 6 podiums and their points haul are keeping them very much in the hunt.
It's setting up a magnificent second half of the season. Every team at the top has to keep pushing, no room for errors, and every race could shift the balance. It's what makes Formula One so enthralling.
Indeed, and with McLaren featuring inside the top 3 at every Grand Prix since China, except for the first 3 races, their rise has been nothing short of meteoric.
The stage is set for an exhilarating run to the finale, and I'm all here for it. What a season this is shaping up to be.
William, what's the word on the street, internet-wise?
Right, listen to this. User HPC Wolf posted about Damon Hill on Instagram. Now, he didn't specify what exactly Damon Hill said or did, but it sparked quite the discussion.
Oh, what are the punters saying then?
User Firefox72 started off by praising Zhu, saying he's always been a stand-up guy throughout his junior career. Then Commander added that it was particularly great to see him drive in the Chinese Grand Prix and how it was a highlight to see him perform well there.
Sounds like Zhu's got a fair bit of support.
Absolutely, and it gets better. TA1699 mentioned hoping Zhu manages to get a seat in Formula E or the World Endurance Championship because of his good rookie year and his rapport with Bottas.
Mentor and student, that's a rare bond in the paddock, isn't it?
It is, and Mysterious Turnip 310 echoed that sentiment, saying there are heavy rumors about Zhu heading to FE and that he'd be a great addition. Commander chipped in about how culturally significant it was for Zhu, moving from Shanghai to Sheffield, overcoming the language barrier and cultural differences.
Blimey, the language here's a bit ripe. If I read that out, we might lose our sponsors. But it's clear there's a lot of respect for Zhu's journey and his grit.
Indeed, and TA1699 added that Zhu's journey is impressive, especially considering the difficulties of moving from Asia as a teenager without knowing the language.
It's not just about driving fast cars, is it? The personal journeys these drivers go through are equally compelling.
Spot on, and the community seems to really appreciate that aspect. It's not all about the glitz and glamour but also about the sheer determination and adaptability these drivers show.
Thanks for that, William. It's always enlightening to hear what the fans are thinking, especially about the human side of the sport. Thanks for tuning into F1 Motor Fever podcast today. We've navigated through the twists and turns of Formula One's current standings and the impressive surge by McLaren. It's been fantastic sharing this journey with you. Please do subscribe and activate those notifications so you're always in the loop with our latest episodes. We value every share, every comment. It really helps us grow and continue to bring you the best of F1.
And remember, it's not just about the races, it's the stories, the drama, the strategies, and sometimes, the internet's funny side. Make sure you're tuning in regularly, we've got some cracking content lined up that you won't want to miss. Keep those comments coming, they often make my day.
We're incredibly grateful for your support and enthusiasm. It's your energy that fuels us to keep delivering top-notch content every time.
So, don't put the brakes on now, keep engaging, and we'll ensure the ride remains exciting.
Until next time, pedal to the metal, keep your gaze on the road. Our channel's content is pure gold.